Horrible Histories, Gory Stories, Tomb of Treasure by Terry Derry, illustrated by Martin Brown. Shadows, soldiers, and scum. The water clock dripped towards noon as Fat Mariark sat on the mud bench and sipped the cool, sweet beer. She pulled a face. "Antef," she spat. "This beer has more bits in it than the desert has grains of sand." The old man grinned and showed his black and yellow stumps of teeth. Note: it was the bread. Egyptians ground the corn with stones, and bits of stone got in the bread, so the bread ground their teeth. Stick some sand in your head. Wait, I'm sleepy as hell. Wait. Stick some sand in your bread, and what do you get? A real sandwich. Ho 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 ho. Alright, it wasn't that funny. At least you haven't any teeth to get the bit stuck in, he said cheerfully. She tried to snarl. It's hard to do a good snarl when you pull back your lips and only show your pale pink gums. Why are we drinking this mud?" she asked. Antef spread his hard, wrinkled hands. "I'll get you a cup of Nile water if you want a drink." Mariar clutched her wrinkled throat. "I may be old, but I don't want to die just yet." Antef's dark eyes glittered in the cool gloom. "I'll find some warm river water with some tasty crocodile dung. Ha 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 ha. Or would you rather have hippo droppings?" He leaned toward. Oh my gosh! He leaned forward, and Mariar could see the scars of 100 lashings on his creased brown back. Ew. Oh, no. The old woman sipped her cloudy beer. "They shall be here by now," she grumbled. "I hope they haven't been caught by the king's guards." Antef snorted. "Why would the king's guards arrest our friends? They haven't done anything." "No, but they're going to. They're going to plot the greatest robbery in history," the woman argued. "The guards don't know that." Antef sighed. Wait. "The guards don't know that." Antef sighed. Mariar jabbed a finger at it. "Of course they know. They know you are a cheap thief." I am Master Thief, Lord of the Thieves. No one has stolen so much from the rich as I have," he crowed. "And no one has been caught and whipped so often," she snorted. "General means that next time you're caught, he'll have you executed. Very slowly." "I have been biding my time, waiting for the one great crime. A crime fit for a man who is the greatest thief the world has ever seen." "You are the greatest scum the Nile has ever seen. Why, you'd steal your own mother's eyes if you could sell them." "My mother's dead." That won't stop you." I know what you meant. You meant they don't know you are plotting to rob the king's tomb." Antef opened his mouth to speak, but Mariark went on. "Of course they know you will try. And you sit here, sipping filthy beer, and you think you're so clever." Wait, no, I did the wrong voice. Oh my god. Antef opened his mouth to speak, but Mariark went on. "Of course they know you will try. And you sit here, sipping filthy beer, and you think you are so clever. In 70 days we will be sitting on golden thrones, sipping wine." Antef chuckled. 70 days from now, we will not be sitting on golden thrones. 70 days from now on, we will be lucky to be alive." Mariark grumbled. "So, why are you here?" Were you here before the others? Antef chuckled. The woman sighed. Because you might, for once in your miserable life, you might succeed. Succeed in what? Kim, wait. Succeed in what? Came a quiet voice from the doorway. Antef squawked. Maria gasped. Where did you come from? The old man demanded. The skinny boy stepped forward. I slipped behind the curtain. I never saw the curtain move, Antef said angrily. You must be as slippery as a catfish. It's my job. Your job? How, Steve? The boy said softly. He was balanced on his toes, ready to spring away, more like a cat than a catfish. Antef smiled and patted the mud bench beside him. Pat, pat, pat. You must be the famous Banab. Sit here. Famous? The boy squeaked softly. I'm not famous. I've never been caught or punished. You are famous in the taverns and the underworld of Thebes. Antef said. The boy squatted carefully on the seat behind beside the old man. He wrinkled his nose a little at the ancient smell of sour sweat, stale beer, and old onions. Ew. Not. He'd smell of onions and beer because that's what peasants ate and drank. He'd smell of stale sweat because he never bathed. Imagine if you had a story written about you and the writer said you smelled of stale sweat. You would be so ashamed. Go and have a bath right now, or it may just happen. When you have worked with Antef, you will be one of the most fabulous 5 thieves in Thebes. Shakespeare, Antef said. The old woman shook with silent laughter. Oh, you will be in 5 fabulous pieces floating down the Nile for a crocodile's breakfast. The boy swallowed hard. What do you want me to do? Help us rob the tomb of King Tutankhamun. I don't know how to pronounce this. Antef said simply. The boy nodded. His wide eyes looked too large for his thin face. I see. He looked at the old man. How will we do it? With the help of 2 more friends who are coming to join us, Antef told him. The boy's wide ears caught the sound of sandals on the stony path outside the house. The curtain was brushed aside, and for a moment the sunlight flooded in. Then the light was blocked by the massive shadow of the man in the doorway. His shoulders brushed each side of the door, and he had to duck his large, square head to peer inside. Is that Steve? The stranger asked. Wait. Is this? I don't know. Is this the secret meeting? The stranger asked, and his deep voice made the mud walls shake. Ooh, scary. It's a secret. Antef snapped. Nobody knows about it. Yeah. I know about it. You told my brother to tell me to come. I'm Big Neria. Then what is the password? Antef asked. Pass what? Password? You have to give the right answer to prove you are not from the king's guard. The big man shook his shaved head. The king's guard won't have me as a shoulder. I asked to join. They said I was too stupid. He frowned and looked at the dusty floor. That's not a very nice thing to say, he muttered. How would you like it if a captain of the guard called you stupid? I wouldn't like it at all, Antef said, shaking his head. I don't know how to make... Sorry. That's why I pick up his club and cracked him over the head, Big Neria said. Did it do a lot of damage? Panab said in a small voice. Oh, fabulous small voice.
Oh yes, the club split in 3 pieces,
Neria said.
Anyway, I've come to the secret meeting.
Password. Fat Mariarch hissed. Big Neria rubbed his chin.
Give me a clue. I say something and you have to give the right answer.
Antef explained.
Alright,
Big Neria said, and his square face crumpled in thought.
The king is dead,
Antef said.
I know, I heard that in a tavern.
Big Neria nodded.
Some people reckon his Uncle A had something to do with it. Murder!
I don't get it. Antef blew out his cheeks and supped some warm beer.
That is by half of the password. You have to give the right reply,
he said.
Oh, I see. Try again.
Big Neria grinned.
The king is dead. Dead as a dog's toenail. At least that's what they said in the tavern.
The big man smiled. Old Antef grated his teeth stumps and said loudly.
The king is dead! It's a password! I say it and you say, long live the king! Understand? If the king's dead, then how can he long live?
Big Neria grunted.
The Tungkaman is dead, but A will take the throne, so we have a new king. The Tungkaman is dead. Long live King A! This is what it means! I see. Glad that's settled. Now, what's the secret plot? We are waiting for one more number of the Fabulous Five.
Antef sighed. Big Neria sat on a mud bench just as the curtain swung back and a man as tall as Neria looked in. Antef gave a choked cry while Mariarch sucked air through her wrinkled gums. Young Panab shrank so small he seemed just a shadow in the gloomy room, ready to slide away like a catfish. Slurp, slurp, slurp.
The king is dead!
Big Neria cried happily. Long live the king! The stranger said smoothly. His body was hard and golden as brass. His face had more sharp angles than a pyramid, but it was a handsome and clever face.
Welcome to the Fabulous Five,
Neria said and rose to greet the newcomer.
I'm Neria, but I just arrived. I don't know who the others are yet.
I think I can help you, the stranger said. Antef over there is the biggest rogue in Thieves. Fat Mariarch is as twisted as his serpent. The boy is probably the house thief we haven't caught. And you, Neria, the stupid who goes around cracking clubs over my guard captains.
Your captains?
Neria scowled. My captains, the man said softly. Antef groaned.
Ah, stupid Neria. This is General Means, head of the palace guard.
The smile slipped off Neria's face like a crocodile over wet mud.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Wait,
Oh dear,
he said.
oh dear, oh dear. Not.
Do you want to be a writer? Some people do. If you do, then note how this chapter ends. The reader asks, how on earth will they get out of that? You'll have to read on to find out. In fact, so will I. A lot of writers know their story is going. Where their story is going, I haven't a clue. If you don't mind, I'll join you in the next chapter to find out. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you won't miss another video of me reading you terrible, terrible reading of the stories. I love you.